Job said he may not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. Yes, I'm right on time even though I'm late. Now look, I got a valid excuse this time. I can't even hear y'all. This what I get for laughing at Foxy Brown when Remy Ma said untreated gonorrhea made her deaf. I don't know what the kind of cold this is I got, but I promise you I can't even hear right now. So if I'm talking extra loud or talking like a mute person or a deaf person, you gotta forgive me. Did you get into the Real Housewives of Potamac? I know some of y'all girls out there ain't got no cable. And for those of y'all who don't and just watch me because you like to keep it on, be sure to check out Sling TV. You can check out the Real Housewives of Potamac and all the other reality TV shows that we talk about on my channel at Sling TV. And guess what I did for you, Nessa? Because the girls try to act like I don't ever do nothing for them. See, when I'm not here on the camera, I'm back in the boardroom working out deals and stuff just for you. You can go to slingtv.com/promo and use promo code FUNKY. And just for me, for you, you get your first 3 months for as low as $15. Again, just because of me, for you. Using the promo code FUNKY at slingtv.com/promo. You can get them first 3 months on me, for you, for $15. Nevertheless, moving right along. The Real Housewives of Potamac. Lord, I really cannot hear. The episode opens up with Michael making some suggestive comments down to the bartender, baby. Then it shows him going to the producers asking was his microphone working because he may have said some things he regrets. Then the thing fast backtracks, rewinds to 4 days prior. That's where we gonna start and we gonna end down to Michael being a little gay and down to the bottom. At any rate, Ashley finally let her mama come back around her house, where Michael allowed Ashley to allow her mama to come back around her house, and everything seemed to be all in the world. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. The problems between Michael, that mama, and Ashley are not fixed, okay? It's gonna take that woman to drop one piece of M&M on his carpet for his ass to go into another tizzy and for her to be stuck in the doggone middle, or it's gonna take that lady car to break down one time and she need Ashley to help her buy a tire, and it's gonna throw off the entire ecosystem. Nevertheless, I was glad to see that at least both of them were mature enough to fake the funk long enough to get through the visit, but I got a feeling that we ain't seen the last of them intermarital, maternal problems, and then they don't throw Uncle Lump in the mix. It's about to be some smoke in the city. You just mark my words. Karen's headstone. You know, it was a very sad scene watching Karen have to order that headstone for her parents, because I know what that is like all too well. You know, after you have the funeral, then you gotta go back. You know, it would seem to me, and I understand when people die, time is of the essence, and you're trying to wrap all that up immediately, but it would seem to me that that could be something that you do during the funeral arrangement process, especially, you know, like down when you're doing the obituary in the programs, because it was kind of like a second funeral weeks later when I had to go back to the cemetery and sit down with the people and do all that, then walk back out to the plot and see it and cry and needed tissues and stuff. Quiet as it's kept, the funeral home in Forest Lawn need to have a partnership with Kleenex, because it was just, tissues was just everywhere. My tissues from 2 weeks ago was still down there to the grave while I'm out here trying to figure out what font we finna put on my mama headstone. Nevertheless, I was more flabbergasted by the fact that Ray is 2 years younger than Karen Daddy. Now listen, when I went down to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, those people taught me a whole lot about math. A whole lot. Like, you know, most times y'all hear me telling y'all what they didn't teach me. Them people taught me a whole lot about math. And I know that math over there, Karen plus her daddy minus Ray, that ain't equaling up right. Like, I need one of them Medea calculators with the receipts, and I'm gonna need an auditor to help me audit what the hell going on right now, because that don't feel a little nasty to y'all. And I know love come in all kind of packages and all kind of shapes, but I could not be in bed with my legs cocked open and my head to the side talking about, here daddy. It could be potentially talking to my real daddy. Like, that's just real nasty base, and I'm not here for it. But nevertheless, honey, if you like them incestual fantasies, have at it, Karen. Giselle going to therapy. Now, it was supposed to be couples therapy that ended up in dumb woman therapy or lonely woman therapy or whatever the case may be. And I was sitting there laughing. I was tickled pink with Giselle in therapy complaining about Sherman. But I'm going to tell you something that man did something for me. He did something real Iyanla based for me. When she was saying that she typically dumps people because they do something as the relationship progresses and she don't have time. And he said, the closer you get to someone, the more you see. And I said, you know what, Eureka, you got it. You're absolutely right. And it's funny because as of lately, I've adopted that Giselle mentality, which is, I don't have time. You come at me with some bull crap and you just gotta go, because I am very adamant and stern about enforcing boundaries and maintaining my peace. Like, I'm real militant when it comes to that. Any slight blink of an eye that I think gonna infringe upon my peace, you gotta go. And I realized through Giselle's therapy session that I'm going to have to make a small allotment, at least for somebody that I say I'm trying to build a life with. I'm going to have to make a small allotment or give them a 3-strike rule or something, because the closer you get to somebody, obviously the more you're going to see. So Giselle therapy, it might not have helped her, but it definitely helped me. Candace and Chris opened up their wedding gifts. You know, it was cool. I hate the fact that they were unable to do a big wedding situation surrounding Candace and Chris. But it seems like they didn't capture a whole lot. And it seems like the few little tidbits that they did get were not all that entertaining. Okay, yeah, they were opening their gifts, great. But the takeaway from that situation was they both decided that it's about time they get ready to move out that mama house. We've been telling Candace this, hell, since she moved in, quiet as it's kept. We definitely was telling her since we met her. And I'm glad that they realized it is time for her to spread her wings and so she could fly. Now, I'm going to tell you something, Candace, and listen at me good, daughter, because I learned this from a drug dealer wife. You don't never leave with nothing, okay? So while we are all wanting you to leave your mama house and get your own, don't you be no damn fool, okay? You make sure you hoard, stockpile, collect, and solicit every bit of coin you can get out of Miss Dorothy. Okay? Matter of fact, tell mama to click her heels 3 times, walk down the yellow brick road, and go get some of those coins. Okay? Don't you leave with nothing. You make sure when you leave with a pot of gold, the furniture, the microwave, even them IKEA forks y'all in there eating. No, don't you be no fool and leave with nothing. You've been there this long. Don't just leave because everybody's saying you ought to leave. You've been in doing it. Hold on just a little bit longer. Don't you leave with nothing. That's street scripture 101, baby. Don't you ever leave with nothing. And if you leave with something, you go back and get something. You go back and stay another 6 months and endure it. Let them cheat on you. Let them beat on you. Now, I don't let them beat on you. Hide yourself in the room when you come home and be shopping. But you don't leave with nothing. I mean that. I could do a whole nother video about not leaving with nothing. Baby, you take the Sling TV subscription as well. Change the password and take that while it's on the credit card. Yes, promo code funky and all for the first 3 months to be 15. You take the Sling TV, baby. Yes, God. All the passwords, all the internets, all the Wi-Fi. Take the old beeper too, baby. Beepers might come in style one day. Everybody know they got a beeper somewhere in the miscellaneous drawer. My ADD kicking in. Let me get back on task. Monique and Chris both bathing their kids. That was very cute. You know, thus far they haven't had much to give us with Monique. You know, with Monique being pregnant, we probably not going to get a whole lot till we get down to the middle of the scene. But I will say I did love this. I did love the scene where Chris was sitting on the toilet and Monique was kind of sitting on the floor. And the 2 kids were in the tub and they were just talking and being a family. You know, those are those small moments that they say are priceless and why people have kids. And why my single can't get a man or keep oneself will probably never experience, but that's all right. Because I'm going to watch the Real Housewives of Potamac and live vicariously through Monique. Robyn in that house renovation. Robyn, can I use your bathroom? Hell no, Troy, because it ain't ready yet. We ain't even got no toilet. Go around the house and pee behind the tree. Giselle need to come over there and see how Robyn did all this. Okay, Giselle, that renovation house is where Robyn did all this mess. And nevertheless, Juan was trying to be as supportive as possible by asking the questions that the people want to know. Like, what is going on with this? And you know what? The only reason why Juan ain't pushed Robyn down them unfinished flight of stairs is the simple fact that Juan money ain't tied up in it, and that's the mammy money. So Juan don't mind. He like, I'm gonna come over here and crack all the jokes, make all the laughs, because my money not tied up in this. On the flip side of things, I am glad that Robyn has found a passion project. Let's not get it twisted. They are 4 seasons in. Robyn getting a pretty cute check from the Real Housewives of Potomac. And then, you know, the little real estate project thing, you know, she said they stand and make $50,000, which, you know, in the grand scheme of regular people's life is a lot of money, okay? However, considering how easy the money is coming in from the Real Housewives of Potomac versus how long it's taking to do that just to get $50,000. Again, when I went down to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, them people taught me a whole lot about cost-benefit analysis, opportunity cost, and moreover, my God, time. Okay? Robyn would actually be better off doing Instagram posts and doing club bookings. She could easily make that 50 grand in 1 month. So you have to begin to work smarter and not harder. And to be honest, my honest opinion of the situation should be, this reality TV media career stuff is not going to last forever. But while you're primed and pumped and right in the middle of it, I would focus on that because it's low-hanging fruit. You can get that money real quick. The real estate market will always be there. And get into that after this career begins to go on a decline. That's just my 2 cents. Nevertheless, what do I know? I just been reviewing this stuff for 10 years. Candace went around Ashley's restaurant with no customers and ate a cheese plate. I mean, the fact that they was eating a cheese plate with no customers is a read in itself. We're going to go ahead and let that slide. Good for them. Giselle goes around Karen's house in Great Falls, and Karen sages the heck out of that house and Giselle. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to lie to you. I miss Giselle and Karen when they're fun. When they're having fun with each other, it's kind of like Nene, Kim, and Sheree. When they're all getting along, we like it. And it kind of hurts. It kind of feels very arthritic when they're not fighting. It feels like my joints scrubbing together. I like Karen and Giselle when they're having fun. Karen and Giselle are having some sort of internal, unspoken issue, and I really feel like it's the clash of the queens. Who is going to be the queen of Potomac? At the moment, I think Karen is losing simply because Karen told so many lies surrounding them finances and stuff. Karen told a lot of lies, and she put on all this grand dame this, grand dame that, and the universe came and socked it to Karen with all that grand dame mess, that grand dame shit you had to eat. Nevertheless, let's see if y'all can get back together. Katie meets the crew. You know, I could take or leave Katie, to be quite honest. Katie Ross is kind of dry to me. You know, with Ashley and Candace occupying the fun girl seat, we don't need nobody there peeing on chairs and stuff. We like fun girls, but we don't like the pissy girls. Nevertheless, Katie's got a dry humor. The whole, thing she said to Candace about, had I met you 3 days ago, I would have told you not to do it. Don't be bitter that Karen was able to get that man to marry her, and that white man didn't want to marry you with them damn kids. Hell, I don't blame them. Kids is expensive, and they bad as hell. You ain't saw the Instagram and the World Star Hip Hop. Don't nobody want no badass kids. Last but not least, honey, we down to Uncle Lump party. Uncle Lump. They call him Uncle Lump. Say what? Say what? We down to Uncle Lump party. And Michael get in there and say something off-putting to them men. And hopefully it's going to come to the light next episode. But we already knew that Michael was very free sexually. This is a situation where I could crack a lot of jokes, but I'm going to choose to go the more serious route. I really do wish we lived in a society where people could just love on people and touch on people and just do whatever their spirit tells them to do without them having to pick a box of being gay, straight, bi, or anything in between. Like, could it be possible? Could it be possible that I love a woman, want to marry a woman, want to have a life with a woman, want to have a baby with a woman, and admire a beautiful man and want to touch his body? Just could it be possible? I'm not getting into right or wrong. I'm not fighting with y'all about no Bible and what it say. I don't have the energy tonight. Well, I can't hear. Could it simply be possible? You know, I don't know. For those of us who are a bit more free and evolved in our thinking, yeah. And for some of you else who are so stuck on, you know, binary, you know, gender identity, so on and so forth, no. Nevertheless, I'll give y'all a lesson and all that later. Again, you can check out The Real Housewives of Potamac and every other reality TV show at Sling TV. Use promo code FUNKY, and just for me, for you, get them first 3 months for as little as $15 at slingtv.com/promo. Nessa girl, I'll talk to you later. Bye.